Okay, so got my project. I'm looking at everything on the first floor. First thing I think you should do, you should go back and you should double check your dimensions. Just make sure that everything's good downstairs. All right, I do see a couple little issues on mine. You know, I'm going to go back and fix that later. I don't want to waste your time. All right, we'll go up to second floor here really quick. On the second floor, and we got our staircases over here. We're just going to hide those in that view. All right, up on the second floor, this is where we're going to work. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at my plans at the same time. I'm getting ready to draw over here. Okay, and I'm paying attention right now to where the walls are going to be located. So we have two different wall types. If I click on my wall tool and click that little drop down list, there's an easy way to find the walls that you need. Okay, if you look in your project right here at the very bottom of the list, it says most recently used types. This is kind of like your short list of all the walls that you've used. All right, there's really only two types in there. So you don't even have to like think. Your brain can kind of go on autopilot. You got a exterior wall and an interior wall. All right, real easy to distinguish the difference. So if we click on exterior down there, that's the same wall that you used on the first floor. That's why it's under most recently used types. And now you can just kind of trace right around the walls that already exist. So I just have to kind of find the walls, and I have to think about where I'm drawing walls to. Right now it looks like I'm drawing walls from the center line. That was what was in my options bar. So I'm just going to go with that. All right, I'm going to kind of use the inferences that exist in Revit to draw right around the center line. And I'm drawing things in a clockwise direction, okay, just to make sure that the exterior wall or the exterior of the wall is going to be on the outside. I'm just tracing over top of walls that already exist. Okay, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. There's a lot of different ways that you can do this. You could draw it like from the exterior. You could put the wall in. You can come back and flip it later. It's important for exterior walls that that little blue set of arrows goes on the outside. Let's see. It looks like my closet downstairs goes a little bit too far. That was the one thing that I was kind of pointing to might be an issue. But what I see here is I do see an adjacency between the outside of that exterior wall and the end of this wall. So I'm just going to kind of cheat a little bit. I'm going to use my align tool just really quick to align like those walls so they're flush. We're just going to pretend like that closet was in the right spot downstairs. I don't want to waste your time one more time. All right, so now I got exterior walls in place. For interior walls, we'll bounce right back and we'll go over to the bottom of the list again. I used exterior walls already. Now I'm going to switch over to the interior type. All right, same kind of thing. We're just tracing. Do notice the relationship here. This wall goes a little bit past the wall underneath it, so there is a dimension on it. You could type that dimension in. All right, if you wanted to, as you're drawing, that would work out pretty well. Over here, we have a wall type that's going to go to the edge of the face or line up with the wall face, so we can switch that over. Exterior face. Let's try that. Press the space bar, we'll flip it. That's going to go all the way over to the other side. Okay. We can put one dimension on this wall right here just to make sure that it's measured. We'll do that really quick. So we'll go and measure from the wall face to, it looks like the wall center line, which is not someplace I think I would tell you to measure to, but we'll go with it. That's what's on the piece of paper. All right, we don't want to move this wall because it's locked in downstairs, but we can move this wall over here because there's nothing attached to it, right? So we can move that wall. That's going to be 10 feet 6 inches. All right, you have a couple doors that you could put in really quick if you wanted to. So we got a number 40. A 40 is going to be a single flush 34 by 80. You guys have done this already. I was checking your work. Everybody looked like they were doing that really good, so that shouldn't be an issue. You put those walls right in. We got two number 40s. We'll put those in. We got a number 30 down here. That's a double glass 68 by 80. Go find our double glass 68 by 80. We'll stick that in place. Honestly, if it's a balcony, I think the glass door should open out, but that's going to be up to you. You can flip the swing on that if you want to. We can take a look at it in the end too and kind of tweak some things. Lastly, you got one, I think it's a casement window. Let's just double check. 65 window casement double, 57 by 72. So just make sure we get the right size, right placement. It's going to be pretty close, not exactly. We don't have a dimension on it. All right, and that's your upstairs walls. We'll go back real quick. We'll put some floors in. So I'm going to click on the floor tool. We'll go over to the architecture tab. For the floor type, let's just use the 10-inch wood joist wood finish floor. All right. The floor itself, you can use the pick walls tool, and you can go ahead and you can just click on the walls that already exist. Okay. And you can use the trim tool just to kind of clean up these two lines in the top corner. There's a big gap here, and I want them to come to a corner. All right, so you can go ahead and you can clean that up. You get a dialog box message that pops up. This one's kind of a big deal. If you haven't been paying attention to anything that I've been saying up until now, pay attention real quick. So it says, would you like walls that go up to this floor's level to attach to its bottom? So what that means is the first floor walls are going to attach up to the bottom of the floor that you're building. Okay, that's all it means. Hit yes on that. Hit attach. You do want that to be the case. Okay? If it doesn't work, we can go back and we can fix it, but it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. Okay? So we're putting that floor in there. Really, there's not much left. You have the railing and you have a staircase that has to go in. Okay? Let's do the staircase first. Look at things in 3D just really quick and see what's going on. Everything looks pretty good. The walls are a little too tall. All right? The reason the walls are tall is because they're not attached to the level above. Okay, so that's an easy fix. You can go back in and you can select your walls. So you can pick walls individually. You can pick walls as a multiple by clicking and holding Control. That's going to allow you to add to your selection. All right, I use the little trick where I go to the side view and I drag a box from the bottom right to the top left and I intersect all of the walls just at the top. That lets me pick all the walls. All right, anything that intersects the box, the selection box, I can select. All right, and then all I'm doing is I'm just changing the top constraint for the wall. So I want that to go up to, I got to look at the level. That's going to be my roof level. So we want that to go up to the roof level. Okay, and if you do that, we got our second floor in there. Okay, big thing, we don't want to fall off the edge of the floor upstairs. Let's see, what else? Oh, we need a staircase. Okay, so let's go ahead and build a staircase really quick. All right, staircase. We'll go back down to the first floor because that's where the staircase is going to start. All right, and if you look at where the staircase is located, the staircase should be over here in like that front right-hand corner of the building. All right, and if you look at it, it's going to go up. I have 1, 2, 3 risers. I'm going to hit the platform, and then I'm turning right, and I'm going to finish the run. Okay? So we talked about this yesterday. You could try to draw that in place. There's nothing wrong with trying to draw it in place. But getting the location of it is always a little tricky. Okay? So my suggestion would be to take the staircase and just before you do anything with it, just start drawing it out here, like kind of out in the yard. This is my suggestion. You don't have to do it this way. All right, but I think it's a little bit easier. So if you just go ahead and click and then try to get the staircase to look like it does in the picture or in the image, you're going to have some better success in my mind. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. You could draw it from like the left side or from the right side. If you draw it from the right side, it's easier to turn that corner. Okay, but really all you have to do is you have to set this up so that you have 1, 2, 3 risers here in the first run, that you have the remainder of the risers on the second run. You want to make sure that the corner kind of comes together close. All right, we'll just keep it close for now. We don't have to go too crazy. I'm going to hit the little green check mark, and when I'm finished, all right, all I have to do is pick the staircase, like select it. All right, and watch this. Ready? We're going to go with the move tool. We're going to go from the top right corner of the staircase, and we're going to put it, look, right here. Right in that little corner of the wall. Okay, and if you put it in the right spot, you have access to the second floor. All right? It's going to end up landing you right at the very top of the floor. I would personally probably tweak this relationship a little bit. For our intents and purposes at this point, let's just leave that alone. Okay? Last thing, you either need like a little half wall right here or you need a railing, and I think a railing kind of makes the most sense. So let's go back up to the second floor and we'll take a look at that really quick. Alright, railings are simple. Check this out. Ready? This is the only new thing I'm giving you all day. Everything else was stuff that we already did. Okay, and again, this is going to be a YouTube video that you can go back and watch, so just pay attention here real quick. So we're going to click on the railing tool. So under architecture, we got walls, doors, windows, all the stuff you've been using. Okay, railings are right over here. If you click on railings, railings are simple to build. All you do is you draw a line, hit the green check mark, and there's a railing. Okay, so I put my railing out here in the yard for a second. Okay, super, super easy. Only thing about railings, they have to be drawn just in one segment, right? So you can't do this. Look, if you're drawing a railing, you can't draw a line and then draw another railing off on the side. Revit doesn't like that. It has to be one piece. Okay? So the only thing you got to make sure is that it's one piece. Now what you could do though, you could put endpoints together. Alright, so if you wanted to do like a little zigzag railing or something like that, that will work, but you can't have a gap in it. It's the only thing with railings. Okay? So, check it out. If I go back up to my second floor, bounce back up to the second floor, not rename it, but go to the second floor. All I want to do here is I just want to put a railing that comes off the existing staircase railing. I'm going to come like straight off of the center line. I'm going to go out about 2 inches and then I'm going to turn and just run into the wall. Alright, we're just going to make sure that that line is horizontal on the screen. And looks like I made it a little too short, so we'll just go back and edit that path really quick. Make that go all the way up to the wall here. Hit the little green check mark, and that's it. That's your second floor. Okay? You got the rest of the period to work on that? When you're done with it today, I would like to see a screenshot of 2 things for me here. Okay? Send me a screenshot or share with me on the assignment a screenshot of a 3D view here where we can kind of see what's going on upstairs. Okay, so I'm going to do one screenshot. So it's the window tool. Type in snip. I want to see one 3D view. Alright, and then send me the second floor plan. So another 3D view showing me the same thing. Okay? And you can put that right on Classroom. You don't even have to print it or anything. Okay? So you just send me another snip. Send me another snip of the second floor plan. Okay? And you guys have that up there. I'm posting this video up on Classroom. That took 13 minutes.